All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Trying to get through something here. Trying to update my firmware on something and it's not working. Try this. Keeps getting only so far, and that's it. So I forgot to tell her about something, and I'm not sure how to do this one. The problem is, well, they really do need a Persian Gulf doctor. I brought this up before, a Persian Gulf syndrome doctor or representative, and you go to that person. Well, that person has to tie everything together based upon the medical evidence. Well, because part of my hearing loss is from Persian Gulf syndrome causing cranial tissue issues, which I guess is another would be another thing, or maybe they deny that. I don't know. Well, because she starts asking questions, and no, she wasn't as bad as that one guy who denied everything. She actually said, I said, I think I was supposed to have a hearing aid. But she misunderstood what I was saying, so she thought it was loud noises from 2013, but it really wasn't. I listened to a little bit of music, loud, but not much at all. It's from the cranial tissues having issues and then killing the ear, quite frankly. But again, there's other hearing loss, probably organic to being in military service. But that's what pushed it over the edge each time. But she did say that in 2013, I should have had a hearing aid. And then that would have focused me better also, including the cranial tissues. But again, if the deep state wasn't allowed to be around me, I'd be doing fine. I'd still have the disability, but it'd be much less. It's intentional to make it difficult for me to manage the disability. That's obvious from day one. They said I didn't need a hearing aid in 2000. I guess it was 12, 13, something like that. I said, but when I went to massage, I couldn't hear what they were saying. So I needed a hearing aid. But it never, most people's minds, again, they're cursing me anyway, or somebody would have got me something. That's how it works. What's to do? They stalk somebody and curse them all day, and if they can, they fail their life physically. They psychologically operate them so they have an aversion to something, and you're not even consciously thinking. Oh, they're sick, man. That's why they get paid the gold bars and the untraceable cash. I wonder if Bishnoi got some gold bars. It was Buddy Rush or anybody else. Something came up earlier. I'm trying to remember it. Oh, okay, yeah. So what happens is when I go through this process, I pick up on what would attack other veterans, but generally I manage it better. I know what it is and I can see it. So there was a little bit of harassment, trying to cause fear, anxiety. Of course, psychologists will say, well, that's just physical. Nah. Physical and/or psychology. Again, psychology is also physical because it involves chemicals and things like that. So she did something really, really neat. When she got close to me to put the headphones on, her wedding ring grew 5 times larger. So again, I think that's her. I don't think it's the VA system. It's just she does have to protect, everybody involved. Now Delilah's do the reverse. Jezebel's, Delilah's, and Shix's. So more information on that. Okay, so what's her name? Ethel Branch. She, if she when she does a presentation, she exudes peace. She just projects it. A lot of people have it and they keep it to themselves. So she's a healer spirit. It's surprising she got as far as she did. I don't know who her parents. Again, she grew up there, so they're spiritual. They probably knew how to protect her. And I guess she returned home, protected her. I don't know. There's a change of it's never easy. There's a change of the attorney general. Yes, some people didn't want to see her go, and other people have other opinions. I thought she was a great person. I don't know. Again, I'm not there to do law enforcement work with them. And again, attorney generals all generally change. So. But she would be a great person to try to get that thing going. The res recovery people, I'd like to see them get into something like that. When you become, it doesn't always work, but when you become part of the fix, then it's a lot more difficult. You have a lot more invested. So, going backwards is not so easy. I've always explained that, I don't mind. It's an issue. So you keep them busy in rehab, detox. Again, all the money that was wasted on, we could have built all sorts of stuff. And like I said, in New Mexico, sometimes the people that are running the rehab, it's just it's like a charity month. And the relatives are dealing drugs and stuff. So the question is, do they want anybody to just go through the motion and then go back out there and find narcotics from my cousin? People believe one of the biggest things, and I saw this in Korea. You'll see it in Mexico. It's here now, much more than it used to be. They believe people have a station in life. So if they make money off you because you're a prostitute, or they make money off of you because you're using drugs, then that's your station in life. Kind of like a whack case system. So I think I found another wedding vase that is really good price. It's in Arizona, so it'll take forever to get here. And the guy's not even, or gal's not even available. They were away for a couple more days. So the lady that does my Torah script, lettering the wood, laser cut wood, she has no clue how important she is to God. But I guess she does other stuff too. So she says, do you, I guess it was a little prohibitive, the price. It was a little expensive. But I know to pay her because nobody else, she really does a great job. And a lot of people won't do stuff for Jews, or make a big high price, There's a lot of letters involved in, be still and know that I'm God in Hebrew. And I had to really check to make sure it would fit. It was close. I might actually have to extend it, a couple inches, but that doesn't matter because I'm putting a wood frame around the marble, so it'll just go. Be painted either black or probably black, not gold. We'll have black and gold trim. It'll be black with gold trim. But I told her, I said, she sounded like, do you still want me to go with this? And I said, yeah, 2 sets. I said, oh yeah, I said, God said to pay you. God owes you for something. Even this work here. I mean, just finding her. And she's really joyfully doing it. It's not, you need me or anything like that. It's great. I mean, you can't buy that kind of lettering anywhere off the shelf. But we pay her. God said we'll pay her, as long as we can with you, and I'm sure there's other people. Well, because she did it, man. It's power. She has power for that to happen. Oh, they came against it, big time. Media it tries to make such allegations about what's going on with Iran. It's really simple. They defaulted. And the idea where Iran is stronger than they ever were is bullshit. It's the same kind of bullshit as the Jews support undone. In certain zip codes, I mean, what do you do? Call the Democratic Party rolls? They get a list of the Democratic Party, super voters. And the pollster calls. I mean, they're that deceptive. Although they could have lied straight up. There's just no way. Netanyahu is not hated like he was before because he's not killing the children the way he was. Yeah, I don't know if it was him or someone else, but you don't do that much. We had quite a bit. We had quite a bit of collateral damage. That's why you can't win those wars. You got to figure out how to truncate everything. But again, when you don't engage in what you needed to 20 years ago, then of course playing catch up is very difficult. Well, the reality is that Hamas should never have been allowed to take control for even a week. That's the first. Then the Palestinian Authority was not actually participating in government with Israel as part of Israel. I mean, that's what should have happened. So once they receive the autonomy, they may not be thinking about the other stuff. So again, yeah, Hamas used to abuse people, and then Palestinians, and they tell them to blame Israel. It's the same thing that's going on with Trump. Blame Trump. Blame Trump. No, you stole the money, not Trump. That's why they don't have money. We put plenty of money in programs, and it went to fraudsters trying to take over the United States with Sharia law and communism. I shouldn't have took this round. This is like a 0. Yeah, that's what that is. It could be a husband too. if you get near a woman and her wedding ring, strikes you squarely between the eyes, it's intentional from somebody. That could be the whole family, could be the mother, grandma. That's the real world. The rest is what they call bullshit. Yeah, there's no Khalistan in the Ludogorets Saab. It's actually anti-Khalistan. It's against Khalistan. Well, you know, if you wouldn't have focused on that so much, it'd have been an easier life for everyone involved in the Punjab. So again, the Ludogorets Saab wins. Now, again, you were being oppressed. It's easier to come out of oppression when you're not yelling Khalistan all day and buying machine guns or whatever, or trying to at least. There's a possibility that that gang that Cash busted was somehow affiliated with intelligence, and they killed the Khalistan dude for some intelligence effort that could have been like shadow manipulated. Now, for somebody like me, they might just come in and give them money. Not a spy, but a contact. And maybe they did pay him direct. I don't know. But if they used somebody that was undercover instead of you're not, a Hindu intelligence officer's not going to show up in Canada and pay you money direct. Yeah, the lady that was there examining me, she could be Hindu intelligence fraud. She's got an accent. She's second generation, at least. But they're like, you know, a lot. It's not everybody in it because it's an event. It's a very diverse culture. But they're like the British, real dry. You know, they even drier than the British. Like the guy that I saw last time for the balance, you know, for the vertigo, he he was an American, you know, American guy, but it was just it's a whole different energy. There's nothing wrong with her. I mean, she you know very nice, warmed up a little by the end. She explained everything real well. Uh, Deep State was involved. All my Persian Gulf illness stuff disappeared out of the file. Now my lawyer said he found it. Oh, okay, my lawyers are appealing everything. Yeah, I mean, it's a big firm. He handles so many cases. That's how they stay alive, and how they have so many attorneys to work everything. That wanted me to go left at Mars 1 and I didn't. Missed my cue. I was supposed to heal something. That was my big day. Drive over to Cranberry. Mm. So yeah, the whole thing with John is they wanted to take over federal law and the courts and all that, criminal justice system. So John, they sacrificed at least one person. They wanted me to die too because it's the shock. A lot of them are already recruited. They're narcissists. And they go, ah! So I found two souvenirs versus a real. So they tried to say the second one was I there might be something scratched, but I think they would have. I looked for a signature. I didn't see it. Said it was a signature. Somebody named PC or something. Or PT. I think it's BS. And it may not have scratched it. It may have been scratched on the bottom from being moved around. Because those could be painted without destroying any cultural heritage item. But at a certain stage of the game, I mean, what the only other option would be to destroy it. It gets scratched up. Not everybody that does that is spiritual. In New Mexico, that's one of the what's the word? New Mexico and Arizona. It's one of the gross domestic products, I guess. One of the mainstream ways to earn money. So some people are just average Joes, but they're artistic, and they're Navajo or Hopi. And then some people are real. That's okay. So any woman I would have married, we probably would have moved somewhere, like out here, because I'd be with somebody. That was generally the plan, because it's cheaper to live places that are semi-rural, and you'd be more happy. Actually. You're not out. Like obviously, there's a lot of shopping around here. Look, they just put it right back over there. I moved the sign again because it's up on the hill. They try to drive. That's a CIA thing, moving the Charlie Kirk sign around. I don't know if it's metaphysical and physical or just metaphysical. Maybe you really don't remember what happened in the Marshal Service because you don't remember where the Charlie Kirk sign's supposed to be or was. It's nice development up there. They have some nice views. I mean, yeah, this all right, I'm back on. I disconnected and reconnected. I need some food. I think it's time to eat. I have to get out to Saxonburg again. Some healing out there. Been coming up into mind the last few days. I wish I could find the plot. I got to look up the plotter out there. The might revolve around that. More long. If long once I start healing a place, if again, there's other things like bankruptcies and job loss. Once you start healing a place, you get like called up in the mind. It could be, there's arrests. Because again, things possess people's minds and they get arrested. We are made to feel good about bad things. You should feel bad about bad things like people being arrested. Again, they shouldn't be committing the crimes. They should have a better life than that. We failed as a nation, giving that person the life that they should have. Now, there may be external factors as to why that happened, but again, we should be more powerful so that we can manifest God's power so that people have good lives. Great. A lot of people don't feel good until somebody has less than them. Call that the system of a down. Like if you live around here, you have like a few dollars extra. You have to shop at DG Market once in a while, even if you're thrifty. DG Market and Dollar General. We got to keep them in business. We'll have nothing out here. Actually, we have two within close proximity with two different focuses. Dollar General has it down to a science when it comes to DG Market. They know how much to mark it up, but people really don't care. Isn't like the old 7-Eleven, right? I don't even know what 7-Eleven is like now. Everything is more. Boy, I wish I could have moved someplace like this 10 years ago. Yes, you guessed it. I won't be moving this spring or this fall. This thing. It looks like it updated. Take a look here. Back to my app. Bing. Here. Firmware version needs to be updated. Finally worked. All right, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. Praise God.